What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Hamilton, and you're tuned into the DJ Sports Show, where we give you the latest, greatest, and most exciting sports stories in the world of sports, from interviews to having people's stories heard and told. This is the DJ Sports Show. Let's get it! Gentlemen, I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, and welcome to the DJ Sports Show, a place where we talk sports, have stories told, and make a difference. I'm with my guy, Nicholas Mullick, back after 2 weeks. How you doing, Nick?
Oh, I missed this. You don't know how many days I was counting down till we would meet together and record this episode and put it on the YouTube. No, I'm just messing with you. How you got? I'm doing good. It's glad to sit a Sunday and not worry about watching my team be a disgrace on the field. I got to do that Thursday.
Oh man, it's great. It's great. I know it's been 2 weeks. Last week I went to the Jets and Browns to see your sorry team, but they won that game. Give them good luck. MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, but
Two
Cleveland's
touchdowns
dead.
helped them win that game.
Cleveland also, bro, I've seen Cleveland the past 2 games. I mean, I did this week, I did last week. They don't have a quarterback at all. And I said this before we recorded. I never like to see draft picks being wasted on players and saying, that was a wasted draft pick. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I think we've ever seen a 5th-round draft pick be used and wasted on a quarterback. Because Shedeur Sanders sucks. I get he doesn't have first-team reps. And let's be real, the coaching staff didn't want him here. The management didn't. This was an ownership pick. But I don't care if you have first-team reps or second-team reps. When you play like you played here, Tim Boyle is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders by a country mile. Oh my God, he stinks.
Oh man, I didn't even want to watch that game because I was so focused on the Chiefs, Broncos, the Bucs, Bills, and then Seahawks, Rams. But yeah, I saw the alert when they said,
I got the stats here. I got the stats here. 4 of 16. He completed 4 of his passes for 47 yards and an interception. Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. Tim Boyle's better than him. Hell, Christian Hackenberg is probably better than Shedeur Sanders. And look, Shedeur, my advice to you, make sure you update your resume, go to the CFL, go to the UFL, because with how you play in games like this, bye-bye. See you out the door. And I gotta say another thing, too. Those people out there defending Shedeur Sanders, he didn't get the first-team reps. Oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Number one, Shedeur put himself in this situation for his attitude when he handled himself at the combine and draft interviews, refusing to go to the... By the way, Baltimore was the team he refused to go by because he didn't think he would start there. What, you know what I mean? I don't feel bad for Shedeur Sanders, you know? I mean, worse, he'll be the quarterback's coach at Colorado, so he ain't gonna be losing any money anytime soon. But yeah, Shedeur stinks. He stinks. And here's the worst part too. Dylan Gabriel is awful too. I've seen that guy for so many weeks. Why did they use a third-round pick on him to begin with? I have no idea. But oh my God, they wasted 2 draft picks. It's insane to me. They wasted 2 draft picks. Oh, Cleveland stinks. They're awful.
The bunk franchise.
They are
right there.
What's crazy too is when he was, it was 16-10 when Shedeur came into this game, by the way. The Browns were up. The moment Shedeur came in, I'm like, so what? I knew they were losing. You knew they were losing when Shedeur came in. Oh
man. Damn, the Shedeur slander is crazy. Nah, but yeah, I mean, it's his first
slander.
Game. It's his first game. He's a rookie. First game, week 11 in the NFL. You haven't really gotten the reps. I kind of want to see more before I really say, okay, yeah, this guy's flat out terrible. And you're playing. It's not like you're playing like a terrible team. You're playing the Ravens. They had a lot of injuries. That's why the record is the way it is.
but the Ravens have a pretty solid defense. Like, it's not like, yeah, I know those throws weren't great. Yes, he didn't look very comfortable, but it's his first real game again starting reps. Let's see if he does it continuously. Then we can okay, we can really criticize him. But I try to give people, a little grace period. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, telling too that the coach. By the way, let's be real here. You'll agree with me on this. Kevin Stefanski, great coach, but he's fired at the end of the year, right? Because I'm thinking he's going to be the scapegoat. When meanwhile, the GM should have been fired after the whole Deshaun stuff went down. But
I can't really
think Stefanski's
blame
gone.
the coach when he has nothing to work with offensively. I just can't.
Oh, I mean,
what does he have to work with offensively?
Judkins. Judkins is the only one he has to work with. I mean, maybe you could throw in the tight end duo of Njoku and Fan. By the way, Harrow Fan, and I still think is probably their number one receiving target here when Njoku is out. But by the way, Jerry Jeudy stinks. He stinks. And they really don't have anybody else. Like, what am I supposed to name? Malachi Corley? Cedric Tillman? He's back from his injury. Oh, whoop-de-doo. I'm celebrating there. He's not good either. They got nothing.
Yeah. Hey, it's going to be tough for Cleveland, but let's get into some of these games.
Before we continue, you got to love that linebacker they took in round 2. Carson, I think his name is Swessinger, if I remember correctly. That dude is a player.
Yeah.
I love what I'm seeing from him. But, what are you going to do?
Yeah. But let's get into some of the more interesting games today. I think the most exciting game today was the Buccaneers versus Bills. Bills came out on top 44-32. Now, coming to this game, both teams 6-3 coming in. Buffalo was coming off 3 straight wins, but last week, they didn't look that great against the Dolphins. They looked out of sync. Josh Allen didn't look like he had a rhythm. And then the Buccaneers, they lost 2 of their last 3 games after starting the season 5-1. And they've ranked just 26 in scoring in their last 3 games compared to 6 in the first 6 games of the season. So they kind of need to get their mojo going, get their confidence back up. And man, this game was a flat-out offensive shootout. This was I knew coming in this was going to be a great game, but man, this game gave us everything we needed. Josh Allen, he had that big interception.
that was probably the worst interception I've ever seen in Josh Allen's career.
Open up the first drive. The guy, I know he's not trying to get the safety. At that point, I'd rather get the safety than throw the interception and you give them 6 points and go up 7. I'd rather give them 2 points. Just only get a 2-point lead instead of giving them 7 points.
That was so bad.
Luckily, they were able to get that stop and able to force him just to kick a field goal because I'm like, Josh Allen, that looked eerily reminiscent of the young Josh Allen when I saw that turnover.
Oh my God!
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was like me going back and watching Jameis. By the way, Jameis Winston's horrible, but that's like going and watching Jameis Winston as a Buccaneer when he was, that 30 for 30 year where he threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions. That was the type of interception
30, man,
that you would see. I gotta tell you something. I for Buffalo, their defense is. Like, I don't know about that defense anymore.
That run defense is atrocious.
Ever since they lost Ed Oliver, man, that run defense has... And here's the other thing, too. Isn't Sean McDermott a defensive-minded coach? Like, what are they doing? I don't... I've said before, I'll say it again. If the Buffalo Bills don't win the Super Bowl this year, I would purge all pieces because you are not going to win with this core. And it's games like this are why I'm not sure about Sean McDermott. I still think he's an okay coach, but he's a defensive-minded guy. The defense has been fraudulent for like weeks now. And thank God this offense has Josh Allen, by the way. He had like 3 rushing touchdowns and like 3 passing touchdowns. It was crazy. If they didn't have Josh Allen on offense, because the offense was kind of lackluster too. But man, he is such a great player. He really is.
And McCole Hardman, he just got signed this week. He had that fumble that almost cost him the game. I just wanted to talk about that, but
because he stinks.
Yeah. But he did have that 56-yard line off on the second offensive drive that set them up within great position. And then Josh Allen was able to find Gabe Davis on a 4th down catch. That was big. Then Ty Johnson and him were able to get big plays. Josh Allen rushed for that first touchdown. And then, Baker Mayfield, this guy, he has had one of the greatest turnarounds, I feel like, of any player you could probably think of in the court. Because remember when he first came in, he was with a terrible Browns organization. People were calling
with
him
Hugh
a
Jackson
bust,
as the
everything.
coach. Yeah.
People were calling him a bust. People didn't like his attitude. People were calling him cocky. And what he's been able to do since coming to Tampa, completely turn around his career, turn the organization back into a winner after the Tom Brady years. And he's been putting up great numbers, being efficient, and not really turning the ball over. He's been incredible for them. And their offense has been one of the best in the league this year. But what was able to get the Bills Mafia kind of back into it? Josh Allen had this crazy lightning strike, 43-yard pass to Tyrell Shavers. I lost my mind when I saw that because I thought it was a broken play, and then he just somehow found him downfield right into the pocket of his hands for the touchdown that got them back to lead 14-10. And that was against a really good tight coverage by the Buccaneers. Todd Bowles doing great defensively. He's a wizard. But man, Josh Allen just doing Josh Allen things. That was an incredible play when I saw that.
100%. And dude, Josh Allen is such a great quarterback. Like, he really is. But the Buccaneers, though, first off, Todd Bowles is not a good head coach. He's a good defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. I've said, I don't care what anyone says. People are like, oh, but his record's good. Yeah, because his division is garbage. Of course his record's going to be good. But Baker is, like you said, had the turnaround. How about Sean Tucker? I mean, I know.
Yeah, he was incredible today.
Sean Tucker has turned around his season because I was thinking like Sean Tucker wasn't going to really be an impact on this offense. Like I thought it was Rachaad White's job to lose, but man, Tucker really came to play today. And you know how much I love Ibuka as well. I think he's great. And think about the injuries they've had with Mike Evans and Sterling Shepard, who I'm not even joking, before the season, I forgot was still employed in the NFL. Sterling Shepard has looked pretty solid on this offense too. And, there's a lot to like with Tampa Bay. And they're winning this division. I mean, the Saints suck. Carolina is basically the fool's gold team in the NFL and the NFC. And Atlanta, I mean, what is there really to say about Atlanta anymore? I mean, that team is, not only are they done, I think they should clean house as well. And, at least they got a top 10 pick to help rebuild the team, Oh, wait, they don't have that. The Rams do. For James Pierce, who's only gotten 1.5 sacks this year. Good job.
It's like the OKC Thunder having all these draft picks, yet they're one of the most dominant teams, if not the most dominant team in the NBA.
My God.
It's crazy.
Thank the Clippers for that one, for being like, look, I get why they did the trade for, we're talking a little basketball here. They got Paul George in the deal, because if you get Paul George, you get Kawhi. But here's the problem. 5 first-round picks, 2 regular players, and multiple pick swaps in between is way too much to pay. And Kawhi had an injury history before that, so I don't understand that. But, yeah, I'm sorry, we're getting off topic here.
Oh, no, we're good. No, you're good. I mentioned it.
But, let me get back to this team. Buffalo needed wins badly because of how New England has really risen up to the occasion. And New England's had such a very easy schedule. I'm not going to buy them until they play a real football team. But Buffalo, I think, needed this win more than Tampa Bay. Because let's be real, Tampa's winning this division. Yes, Carolina's got 5 wins. Yes, which, by the way, like I said, Carolina, fool's gold. They are a fool's gold team. But Buffalo needed that win more than Tampa, in my opinion.
I believe you, because now when you look at it, Buffalo's now what? Only 1 loss back in the loss column from the division, and they're still 7-3 right now. Patriots are 9-2. But like you said, the Patriots, they do have a favorable schedule, and you're talking about they haven't beat anybody. They did beat both of these teams this season. They did beat the Buccaneers.
That is true, but Tampa at the time was starting their injury tour. That was at a time, and they had to deal with the injury bug. And the Bills just didn't show up for that game. I don't know what happened with Buffalo that week, but they just didn't show up. But the one thing that it goes to show you with the Patriots, and we'll talk Patriots-Jets stuff, coaching matters in this league. This isn't the NBA where you could just have 3 players, and it's a player-driven league. But don't you get me started about the NBA and coaching. I'm sorry, coaching. But when it comes to the Patriots, Mike Vrabel is a much better coach that they needed. I mean, Gerard Mayo, he was nowhere near ready for that role. But, man, you could tell that Mike Vrabel is beloved there. And look at how, ever since he left Tennessee, how big of a downward spiral they became. And I think it's more coaching for the Patriots than the player. I mean, look, Drake Maye is a good player. But I think it's more coaching because Drake Maye, this was not the Drake Maye we were seeing from last year. And now that he's coached up and he's got weapons surrounding him, and they finally are starting to utilize this running game a lot better, I'm worried that the Patriots are going to be, coming back to their dynasty days. But look, like I said, I want to see them play a real team on this hot streak.
Speaking of the Patriots, before I get into more of my Bills spew, should we consider Drake Maye a legitimate MVP candidate? I mean, think about it. The Patriots are now 9-2. They're atop the AFC East, and they have amongst the best records in the NFL. And then in Week 9, I remember I saw this little stat against the Falcons. He became the 4th quarterback in league history to throw for 200-plus yards with a passer rating of over 100 in at least 7 straight games. The other quarterbacks that ever do that are Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and, of course, Tom Brady. He leads the league in passing yards, 5th in passer rating, 3rd in completion percentage, 4th in QBR rating, and he's only 23 years old. And if you take his numbers, I looked up in StatHead, over 2,800 passing yards, passer rating of over 113, completion percentage of better than 71%, almost 72 basically, QBR rating of 74. He's the youngest to ever do that. And when I'm looking it up right now, of players that ever do that in a season, according to StatHead, other players that do that were Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. And guess what? They were in their, age 30 seasons when they did it.
Yeah.
Like, this is pretty incredible stuff, man. They were near the end of their careers. So
you know who's pretty incredible and is my vote for the MVP? And I doubt that they'll give it to him because he's not playing quarterback. Dude, Jackson Smith-Njigba is... Yeah. He is the best. Like, in regards to this season, not overall. That left-hand
catch he had today was ridiculous. Going out down, that is
and Darnold sucked in that game. Darnold was terrible in that game. But, man, that was an amazing catch by Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, they're never going to give it to Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor is another candidate. I mean, Dallas stinks, but I think Dak's another candidate because he's been playing really good football as well. But, I mean... would it shock you if they gave it to Josh Allen, too, with how great of a season he's had? I mean, that wouldn't shock me. But, I like what I'm seeing from Drake Maye. And can I pivot to my team? Because there's a few things I got to get off my chest.
Yeah, you guys lost another game.
Yeah. I'm not... Look, Aaron Glenn is not the guy. He's not. And I don't understand these people coming out there saying, oh, he's got this team coached well. Are you kidding me? Like, immediately after a TV timeout, you have 12 players on the field for defense? Are you kidding me? And then you have the coach going out there on press conferences saying, nah, I'm not going to tell you the injury report. Nah, I'm not going to tell you the quarterback who's starting. That's your job. That's in your description for your job is to do this. You cannot just skip a part of your duties, dude. I don't care if you're toying with the media. Enough.
You signed the contract.
You signed the contract. So do what you got to do with your job. And playing with the media in New York is not a good idea. I mean, the New York media is toxic, and I don't want to get into a trend in there. But going after the media will never work. Never. And I don't believe in this guy as the coach here. And they're going to take a quarterback in this draft class. They're going to. I don't trust him at all to develop the quarterback. At all. And the worst part is they're not going to fire this guy. He should be fired. I would, if guys like if LaFleur are available, or, you know me, I want Rex and Tannenbaum back on this team. If there's a top coaching candidate available, pull Mike Vrabel. One and done this coach. Because I do not believe in Aaron Glenn as the coach at all. The thing with this team that boggles my mind too is this owner. This owner is the worst in North America sports. He cares more about stopping the NFLPA grades, which tell the truth about how he runs this franchise, than fixing the team. Then, trying to fix his criticism that players do anonymously. That he can go onto news outlets and publicly criticize the players? Like, what type of owner runs this team? This team needs a new coach. They need a new quarterback because Justin Fields is not the guy. And we need a new owner because this owner stinks right now. He stinks. Sell the team, Woody. And by the way, Michael Clemens, get this guy out of my life. I see him all over the place on defense getting pancaked, missing tackles. Why this guy is still on the team, I have no idea. Get him out!
Yeah, that's a Jets fan ranting right there for you guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Unbelievable. And people are like, oh, you should want to lose here. No, I want to win because I don't trust this team to pick the right guy. It's not about where you pick. It's who you pick. And I don't believe in this team to pick right.
Woody was hibernating when I was at the game. I was like, I can't find Woody.
But you saw him all over the place in that New England game too on Thursday Night Football. Like you saw him in the suites, probably not caring about that. Trying to figure out if he could get back into his government job as the ambassador or whatever it was. He couldn't. He doesn't care.
I'm like they're honoring Nick Mangold today. I'm like, where Woody at?
That annoyed me too. And his number should be retired. They need to retire his number now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, I can feel your frustration. This organization is
Sell the team.
So sorry. It's just every day, every week, you guys go through more misery that just keeps downplaying your season. And there's just more things like, man, as a Jets fan, man, is there really anything to look forward to? Is there light at the end of the tunnel?
Nothing.
And they give you a reason every week to just continue to feel depressed.
And look, like the trades are, like the draft picks are good, are neat and dandy, but they're lottery tickets. You got to pick them right. And look at the players they also got in the trade as well. I mean, except for John Mechie, who was actually impressive, solid. He was decent. I mean, Adonai Mitchell stinks. He can't catch a football. He had 3 bad drops in that Patriots game. Mozzie Smith, I never understood why he was a first-round pick. I said to people he was more of a second or third-round prospect. He's done a whole lot of nothing, too. Oh, but it's game 1. You got to get over it. You got to forget about the fact of all the players that they wasted draft-wise. You got to forget about the fact that this team blew many opportunities and should have fired Robert Saleh the year before. You got to forget about the fact that Woody Johnson went out there, criticized the quarterback. He had a solid, good week, but he was facing the Cincinnati Bengals, who are a disgrace on defense. I got to get over the fact that this coach basically said week 1 that, oh, we're going to win now. We're going to succeed now. And then, 86 that and say this is a rebuild. I got to get over the fact that this defensive coordinator looks clueless on the sidelines. I got to get over the fact that they threw Aaron Rodgers to the side, disrespecting a legend who wanted to be here. Because with Aaron Rodgers as the quarterback, they would win more games. Oh, yeah. I got to get over the fact that they refuse to listen to fans and they still raise ticket prices. And that's why I don't want to go to MetLife Stadium. I got to get over it. You got to look at the positive side. What positive? In fact, here's the crazy part, and then I'll stop here because I know I'm probably going to get fined for this. This is insane. I got to pull up the stat, but Tom Brady, who's been retired for 3 years, I think it's now.
Mm-hmm.
Through his entire time there, through his entire time, and that he was a Buccaneer while he's been retired for the past 5 years. Tom Brady has had more wins than the New York Jets. I gotta look at the stat here because this is insane here. I gotta pull it up. But Tom Brady, who has been retired, since he joined the team in 2020, he's been retired for 3 years. He's had 32 wins. The Jets since 2020 have had 27 wins. Tom Brady's been retired for years, and he's had more wins than the New York Jets. Oh, but I gotta get over it. You gotta look at the bright side that this team is finally rebuilding. The hell I can't.
You guys have been rebuilding for over a decade. You guys have been rebuilding for like the last 15 years.
This team stinks. This whole franchise stinks. And this is the 5th rebuild since 2010. Or 2015. Ever since they fired Rex, which they should have never fired Rex Ryan and Mike Tannenbaum. They would have figured it out, and we'd be in a much better place.
Crazy.
This team is a disgrace. Let's move on to the next team. Let's move on to the next game because I'm pissed.
Oh no, let's continue with that Buffalo game because there were some key things I wanted to mention. So I really feel like what was the key turning point of the game? Their quarter has some critical moments. So there was this illegal forward pass by Allen. I don't know if you saw that. That cost Buffalo a loss of down. And at first it looked like he was good because I was like, oh, Allen. I was like, wait, he just threw it back. He got the first down. Oh, they're good. But then the refs, and you saw the replay, he did kind of forward the pass, have kind of forced the punt on their opening drive of the first drive of the second half. That mishap that led to the Hardman punt return to set Tampa up at the Buffalo's 43. That 80-yard run from Mayfield, where he finally got to evade the sack, displayed the Bucs the offensive line. Let's give the Bucs offensive line. They did a great job blocking today. There's a reason why they were one of the best offensive teams in the league, and it's because of their elite offensive line. They do a great job really protecting the fort and protecting Mayfield, so give him time in the pocket. And I want to give credit to this Tampa, offense. They dismantled that Bills run defense completely.
Well, the run defense for Buffalo,
rushing yards today. Incredible.
I'm sorry. The run defense for Buffalo has never been the same since Ed Oliver went down with that injury. I mean,
and then on the other end, I'm sorry. And then on the other end, Buffalo's known as one of the best rushing team in the league, averaging over 147 rushing yards per game. They held Buffalo to 97 rushing yards today. Dormant.
Well, if you don't want to count Josh Allen's 30 touchdowns.
Outside of Josh Allen. But they held them to this 97 rushing yards. And this is a team that usually averages 150. And one stat that really stood out to me, I took a picture, but the Buccaneers had 20 minutes of possession of time of the first 30 minutes of the half, and somehow they still lose this game by 12 points. That really stood out to me. And overall in the game, they had 35 minutes of possession of the 60 minutes. That just shows the electricity and the explosiveness of this Bills offense that Josh Allen is able to create for his teammates. Guys like James Cook getting open, Tyrell Shavers making plays. Those are the type of things you're going to need in order to make a run in the postseason. And I know what's his name was out. Dalton Kincaid was out with an injury. He's not playing right now. You're going to need guys like Dawson Knox to continue to make plays.
Keon Coleman was a healthy scratch, too, in this game. By the way, why didn't Buffalo, during the deadline, buy at another receiver? I mean, they tried with Jalen Waddle, but like they weren't going to get Jalen Waddle. I refuse to believe the Dolphins would trade. They should have bought someone at the deadline. And look, even when Keon Coleman's playing, he hasn't been great. I mean, like, I don't know. But Buffalo got the win. That's all that matters, and they needed it desperately.
And then Mayfield had that big interception. Cole Bishop picked it off. That was his first turnover of the game. That set Buffalo in excellent field position. And then that gave them back the lead because Allen was able to zip a pass to James Cook. And then Mayfield, they came back, responded off a Tucker wheel route early in the fourth. That was the 8th lead change of the game. This game was a back and forth rally. Like, it was just a heavyweight boxing match. Just one boom, boom, trying to see who's going to get knocked out first. But an offside penalty on Buffalo, that found Sane was on a bobble pass. That was a crazy catch. And he was able to keep it in bounds too. That was incredible.
Insane.
And then
what's
Gabe Davis
crazier?
and Dawson Knox had 2 clutch catches that was able to get them.
Yeah, I was about to mention those clutch catches. Those clutch catches were really good. And look, they did what needed to be done.
Yep.
By the way, speaking of crazy, did you see that Jalen Ramsey and Jamar Chase? Like Jamar spit. Like I sent you the footage of it.
Alert, and
I saw the footage.
I said
Jamar Chase spit. Like, hey, Jalen Carter, if you're watching this right now, that's what an actual player spitting on you is. And Jamar Chase, Absolutely disrespectful move. And he absolutely should get suspended for it. If Jalen Carter could get suspended 1 game for that, Jamar should get 2. He should get 2.
I mean, their season's already over.
Oh, their season. I would shut down Joe Burrow the rest of the year.
Yeah. There's rumors they're swirling that he might come back. They're saying, he could come back maybe later this month, or sometime in December. I'm like, there's no point. You guys are not making the playoffs.
Bro, how bad is Cincinnati's defense?
34 points.
That defense is so bad. It might be the worst defense I've seen the past decade, and that's not even close. And guess who said Mason that Rudolph. Week 1?
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. 127 yards and a touchdown. Oh man.
And I gotta say another thing too about Cincinnati. I would say fire the coach, but the owner's too cheap. Because Zach Taylor has lost the plot here. And with Pittsburgh, to be honest, Aaron Rodgers got hurt. I don't think we're going to be seeing him for a bit because I think it's like a wrist injury that I read online, and I think Mason Rudolph's going to get the start. But Pittsburgh won this game because Cincinnati is a mess of a team. Not because I still think the Steelers are a fraudulent team, but the Bengals are so bad. And they just lost their first round pick for the year due to injury. And the thing I love too, when people are saying, Shedeur Stewart was a waste of a pick. You do realize he held out like almost all of training camp and off season, right? And he started like really working during the preseason. Of course he isn't going to look that great. But yeah, Cincinnati's in really, really, really like deep trouble here. And, with Pittsburgh, they're in a good spot right now. I mean, Baltimore's catching up on them, but Pittsburgh's in a good spot.
Yeah.
I will, speaking of coaches, we were going to save this till later, but I got a list here on my post-it note of 5 coaches I believe are on the hot seat. And I want to see what your reaction to this is. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 5, Matt LaFleur of the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of a fraudulent team, I don't think the Packers are coached right. I really don't. And like with how it's not just this Giants game. By the way, Jameis Winston's horrible, like I said, but the Packers for weeks have been frauds. And if they don't make the playoffs, or if they don't show a level of improvement, I could legit see Matt LaFleur gone. You know what I mean? And I think he's on the hot seat. Spoiler, he wouldn't have been on the top 5 if Daboll wasn't fired. But, Number 4, Pete Carroll of the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, he's in his mid-70s. I don't see him as the coach long-term. The Raiders are a mess of a team, both on offense and defense. I don't see Pete Carroll lasting long as the coach here. And I think that you hire a younger coach, and you figure things out. With Tom Brady, who's clearly running the show there. I mean, he really is. But, I think Pete Carroll's gone. 3, and I think this guy's on here. It's not because I think of a coach. I think he's a good coach. Kevin Stefanski on the Cleveland Browns. You got to throw him in there because, I think he's going to be the scapegoat for the Browns this year. And it's not on him that they're losing all these games. It really is due to the GM. Locking this team with the Deshaun contract. I think the GM of Cleveland should be fired more, but I just think Stefanski's on the list. Number 2, Raheem Morris of the Atlanta Falcons. Never liked the hiring to begin with. He's a fraud. He's a good defensive coordinator, terrible head coach. I just don't see Atlanta doing much with him there. But hey, at least he got that first-round pick. Oh, wait. Never mind. And the Falcons GM needs to go too.
I already know who's number 1.
Number 1 is Mike McDaniel of the Miami Dolphins. And this is where we're going to pivot because you could make this as a short and, So, Mike McDaniel. The game was 13-13. I watched that morning game against the Commanders, who, by the way, the Commanders are done. They are done. It's you're in the red zone. You have 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They used all their timeouts. You go for it on 4th down while you're tied. and you don't kick the field goal when they have no timeouts in the fourth quarter.
It's crazy.
Like, are you trying? Are you trying to get yourself like to lose your job or something? Are you trying to update your resumes for the CFL and UFL?
It's like Dan Campbell in the playoffs. Everybody's like, "Yo, why are you going for it on fourth down?" He's trying to get greedy with it instead of kicking the field goal just to get some extra points. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh wait, and then you turn the ball over on downs. When you're ready, right there in field goal position, you might as well take the points.
Like, I get Miami is like. I get that, like, Miami is a team, like, they're going nowhere. They have a quarterback who's, look, I've tried with Tua many times. He's clearly not the guy. And thank Chris Greer for that awful contract. Because if it was me right now, I would pull an Osweiler effect move, attach a pick to get rid of that contract. Because I just don't see Tua as the guy here. And, I mean, we'll see what they do there. But he's not the guy. This team's a mess. They won, yes, but who cares? This coach is awful, and if he's kept for next year, then this organization's lost the plot.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, they've lost the plot by keeping Chris Greer for an extra 5 years.
No, that is hilarious. Nah, that Dolphins game, I was just perplexed at what I was watching. I didn't even get to really watch that game until the end, and I'm just like, why don't you just kick it? Like, it's just comment. You know what? I don't care about all the analytical numbers, what they say on fourth down. We have this type of percentage. Just do the logical thing. Get the points.
Dude, I lost so many brain cells watching that game. And this is not the cells with a C. This is a cells with an S. That's how many brain cells I've lost watching this game because I misspelled the word cells. Like, I lost my mind watching this game. I'm like, I was sitting there eating my breakfast, and I'm like, okay, how many eggs do I have left to eat here? Like, I was literally losing count of eggs that I had on my plate to eat.
Yeah,
that's how much brain cell. Oh my god! Like, the Commanders are done. They're not coming back. They gotta regroup.
Fall off going from the NFC Championship game to not making the playoffs is crazy.
Yeah.
I know it has to do with a lot of injuries to Jaden Daniels and the crew, but man, this is what.
By the way, Jaden Daniels should not return this year. With how bad that elbow injury looked, I would not have him return this year.
No. And Dan Quinn even blamed himself for keeping him in a play too long. He should have took him out.
Oh God, yeah. I will say another thing too. As for who I think gets fired from that team, it's definitely the defensive coordinator. I think he's gone. Dan Quinn took over play calling duties. I just think that the Commanders are going to fire him. But yeah, you want to know what the major problem with the Commanders is? They have no depth. They were more interested in flashy moves. Getting Laramie Tunsil's great, by the way. That's a great addition. But they have no depth whatsoever. And this year they got exposed for it. And if I'm them next year, I would make sure you have depth everywhere, including wide receiver, which they've been derailed at wide receiver health-wise. And, it sucks this year. The worst part, too, about the Commanders, and I don't like to joke about it because I understood why they got rid of that second-round pick when they did. They don't have a second-round pick in this draft. And that pick could be a top 10 pick. You know what I mean? And, it blows. It blows for them. I'm not laughing like I did with the Falcons because that trade was stupid enough in general, but, sucks that they don't have their second-round pick.
Yeah. But let's continue with a few more games. There's like two more games I got to watch. You want to start with the Seahawks Rams or Chiefs Broncos?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Oh, this is tough. I'll do my team first. The Chiefs Broncos. I'm gonna admit it, everybody. I'm sorry. Kansas City, the Chiefs are cooked. We're cooked. We're 5-5. We might miss the playoffs for the first time in the Mahomes era. I'm watching this Broncos-Chiefs game. I was flipping back and forth between Seahawks, Rams, Chiefs, Broncos. So I'm just going off the dome right here of what I saw. I didn't really take down notes because I was flipping back and forth because I was like, how am I going to take notes? I'm watching this game in the first half. And I know the Chiefs, they've been averaging 26 points per game scoring-wise But man, do they struggle against this Broncos team defensively. This has been a team they have struggled with throughout the last few years in the AFC West. And both teams only. This was 6-6 at halftime. This was snooze fest in the first half. There was nothing really to talk about in the first half. It's basically just a dominant defensive performance by both teams. Neither one of the teams, every time they got in the red zone, there was penalties. They couldn't capitalize. They both self-inflicted upon themselves. Both teams.
You know what I find crazy the most with the Broncos? I still think they're a fraudulent team, especially offensive. Like,
and what's crazy is they beat the Chiefs and Eagles this year. But I'm still not convinced about their offense. I'm not sold.
Yeah, there are 4 games this year they should have lost. By the way, I'm still not sold on Denver. And
Bo Nix didn't even have a.
Let me just say this:
he didn't even have a touchdown today.
Nope. Bo Nix wasn't that great today.
It's their defense that wins them these games. How dominant!
Oh yeah, that's the story of Denver. I mean, the only reason why they won Super Bowl 50 was because of their defense, not because of Peyton Manning was horrible in that game. And Von Miller went crazy, and Cam Newton refused to go after the football, and that was basically the moment his career in the NFL
went
downhill. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not sold on this Broncos offense. And did you see Sean Payton get tackled by that ref? Like, whoa!
I think I missed that one. I probably was watching the Rams Seahawks during that time.
Oh my god! Like, the ref collided with him, and the get-back coach on that team's probably getting fired.
Oh, God.
Probably. But, yeah, it's time to panic now if I'm the Chiefs. I still think they make this team as the 7th seed because I trust them more than other teams. Like, I trust them over the Steelers. I trust them over the Jaguars. I trust them over the Texans. I trust them over the Dolphins. I still think they'll make it, but, yeah, not looking great for them. I am not going to say it's the defense that I'm more nervous about. It's the offense, surprising. Look, Mahomes was Mahomes. He was okay.
Yeah.
But besides Kareem Hunt, they have nothing in that running game. They're sorely missing Pacheco.
That's been a struggle for us over these pretty much the Mahomes era. I don't remember him ever playing with a dynamic running back, like, ever.
You could maybe argue Kareem Hunt when he was a rookie before he punted that woman in the hotel room.
He was that was in the Mahomes era, early years?
I think that was during the Mahomes era.
I think that was before Mahomes era.
Was that before Mahomes?
I think that was before Mahomes. Because Mahomes. Yeah.
Hunt joined the Browns in 2020, if I remember correctly.
Oh, let me check. Yeah.
I'm 99% sure Kareem Hunt, because Kareem Hunt was amazing during his first few years. I'm pretty sure that was when Mahomes was starting. Well, you go on.
Yeah,
was that right?
He played Chiefs 2017, 2018, but then the Browns 2019 and 2023.
Okay.
So I guess he played that first year Mahomes started.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's wondering, but this was before his career went downhill after that. But I mean, Travis Kelce was Travis Kelce. I mean, this was his best year by a country mile, but besides that, a lot of duds. I mean, like Marquise Hollywood Brown. I refuse to call him by Hollywood. Like I refuse to do it. He had 4 catches for 40 yards. I mean, he was okay. Rashee Rice. I'm not a Rashee Rice guy, the fan. He wasn't that great in this game either. And dude, Xavier Worthy. I still respect Xavier Worthy. I think he's a good player. Fast too, but he did nothing as well. Yeah. And I don't even think I think the offensive line is their major problems too. And
they can't protect Mahomes long enough. Every time they get him,
that's a problem.
And Jawan Taylor, stop getting these penalties. It's
he stinks. He stinks,
bro. Every Chiefs game I watch, this guy is always offside, holding something. He had like 2-3 today. I'm like, boneheaded plays. I'm like, bro. I'm just like, I miss Joe Tooney, man.
Yeah.
The All-Pro. I don't know why they traded him. I know they wanted to go younger.
I think it was a salary cap reason.
Yeah, salary cap.
I think that's probably why.
Yeah, it was salary cap dump. I wish we kept him because it has hurt us a lot this year.
Yeah, and you were sorely missing. Like, I don't know what the Chiefs do because you could draft a guy, but they tried this year with Simmons, and he's okay when he's healthy. I mean, he still needs.
He has potential, but he's gonna need time.
Potential.
He's gonna need time.
If I'm the Chiefs, either during the off season or during the draft, offensive line is definitely something that needs to be addressed for them.
You have 2 young receivers already. You have a solid defense with a lot of young guys on it. You need to get offensive line and maybe potentially get a tight end that you could help out.
Because Kelsey might be
his career.
Yeah, Kelsey's on the downside too. You could probably get another running back on here too. That would be great as well. Too. Like, look, Pacheco's great. Hunt's on the decline, but like you need another piece on that running game.
You need to prolong Mahomes' greatness. He's still capable. You just need to give him the pieces.
Yep. And I don't know. I'm not sold on Denver yet. I mean, they got players, they got pieces on the team, they got potential.
For me, it's the quarterback.
Amazing.
Bo Nix.
I don't think Bo Nix. I don't think Bo.
High-level game manager. I'm gonna be honest.
I think Bo Nix is in the same category as like a Trevor Lawrence is, right? And Trevor, I like Trevor Lawrence. He's he's quarterbacking my number 2 team, but he's so inconsistent, man. He really is, and the turnovers with him are absolutely insane to me. And he's in like that type of category of quarterback play. And
there's nothing he does that
kind of step it up.
Like it's just
he's got to step it up. He really has. He has to step up his play, man. Yeah. And I mean, I don't.
Like field goals alone in defense is only going to get you so far, especially once you play these teams that have great offenses that are even better than the Chiefs, like the Lions, the Rams, the Seahawks. Those teams, you're not going to be able to win on field goals because you only scored 1 touchdown today or 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown, all the rest of the points were all field goals. That's not going to cut in the playoffs when you're playing elite offensive teams.
Yep, 100% agree with you. We do have another update. Michael Penix is believed to have aggravated the same knee injury that he had earlier in the season, so he's probably going to be out for a bit.
Ooh, damn. I thought you almost said injury in college. I was like, torn ACL?
Well, what injury? He's had like 20 injuries in college.
God, please heal that man. That man needs some. He needs some healing.
I still don't understand why they took him in round 1.
Yeah, all the injury history he had, and then he was 24 years old already. You knew coming in he's gonna just be a solid quarterback at best, maybe not a franchise guy, unless he came in immediately killing. Because you're not drafting him for upside at 24 years old. He is what he is, basically gonna be at that age. So
100%. But yeah, I just saw that on my phone. I wanted to mention it here. But speaking of official, I said the ref bump earlier. Yeah. Let's talk a little heinous ref ball here. Did you see that missed face mask call and that Bears Vikings? I sent you the video, so you should say yes to this.
I don't know.
That was so bad.
That one, that was crazy, bro. That was blatantly
what are you looking at, ref? What are you looking at?
That was blatantly obvious. I don't know how you missed that. And he literally tugged at it for like a few seconds, not even a split second, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, again, NFL, get a Skyrim judge, please. Yeah. Get a Skyrim. I'll talk a little Vikings Bears here. I gotta say, I can't with JJ McCarthy anymore. He did not look good at all.
Man, I was so hyped after that Lions game when he showed flashes of potential and looked really good. But he has not seemed to be able to build off that since.
The biggest mistake the Vikings made this offseason was letting go of Daniel Jones. People are going to say, oh, but Sam Darnold, they should have re-signed Darnold. No, you would have had a much cheaper deal with Daniel Jones. You should have kept him. And
now look at it. They're both balling out. They've both been balling
out. There's no excuse for JJ McCarthy to be this bad. Like, look, I get injuries happen and he got hurt, but I don't even think it's an injury thing with him. I think it's a confidence issue with JJ McCarthy. And I just can't get behind the Vikings until the quarterback plays better. And if he doesn't get his act together, we could legit see a Zach Wilson 2.0 thing in the NFC.
Ooh.
With how bad JJ McCarthy. And I hope that's not the case because I actually kind of like JJ McCarthy.
I think he has talent. He showed it against the Detroit team that's really good. Like, actually a contender. I want to see him be able to build off of that, but he has to be more consistent, man. You can't be throwing these interceptions, these wild interceptions.
Oh, and these interceptions are awful. And look, Caleb Williams, another name I forgot to mention, is like being in the Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix category of quarterback. Like, he
Even
has
though his
these
team has
great
been
games.
doing great lately, they've been winning.
He's been doing great, but he has good games and bad games. But
yeah,
for the Vikings, JJ McCarthy, if the Vikings want to make the Vikings are in deep trouble now that they're 4-6. If they want to make the playoffs, JJ McCarthy has to play better. And you got no backup now. Your backup is an undrafted rookie.
Yeah.
Since Carson Wentz got injured, but
you could have had Daniel Jones starting, and you could have had him coming off the bench, McCarthy, just to learn the ropes of the NFL's, system and schemes and stuff like that. Similar to like a Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers early in their career, and look what they became their second
Jordan Love,
full year starting, or Jordan Love, because they now understand the NFL game and be able to get that reps from a veteran quarterback. I feel like they should have done that, or even kept Sam. Even if they didn't want to sign Daniel Jones, they should have kept Sam Darnold, just to have him to learn from an experienced veteran quarterback who's been in the league for years and knows what it's like to play in, week out, before he has to deal with the physicality game. Especially coming off a whole year missing with a torn meniscus. Yeah, that's a lot on a veteran quarterback, especially when you're on a team that's looking to win. Like, they're trying to win now.
Yeah. So. Well, at that time, JJ was a rookie, but I gotta ask you another question. Jordan Love, are we sure about Jordan Love? Like, look, he's not awful.
You know who he reminds me of? NBA comparison? LaMelo Ball. He reminds me of LaMelo Ball.
Not LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, I know you're a Charlotte Hornets fan.
Healthy.
And let me tell you why.
He stays healthy.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, last year he was hampered, but he did play through it. Just in terms of this, he's a wildly talented young player. Like, he has so many gifts, so much potential. He can be up there if he could put it all together. But I feel like some of his trying to wow the crowd moments, trying to be too cute with it, too fancy, comes back to hinder him and his team instead of playing high-level, fundamental football. So he's trying to be more flashy than have substance. And I think that's what hurts LaMelo Ball, too, in the NBA. It's committing turnovers, not playing winning basketball. I think that's what's hurting a little bit. Because some of the throws I see Jordan Love throw, like, they be great, but sometimes when they don't go well, when I see some of the throws he's throwing, he's like, dive into the ground, and he's trying to whack it through the defense. When obviously there's two defenders right there and double his receivers in double coverage, and he's throwing it right to the defense. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? That was not a high IQ decision. Like, you knew that was getting picked up. That was a blatant as day. It's like, you threw them a pick six. You want to give it to them. Hey, happy Merry Christmas. Harry, I'll give you this. Like, what are you doing, bro? Give them a Christmas gift right there. Some of the picks,
no cookie for you.
Like,
no cookie for you.
Yeah.
No cookie for you. Another thing I gotta say look, Jameis Winston is horrible, but he's a lot better than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's done. Like, if I'm him after this year, I would absolutely retire.
Yeah.
Like, he really is done.
League, honestly, because for a few years now, people have been saying he's washed for like the last few years.
Yeah. Ever since he had that like hand injury he suffered in Seattle, where his like middle finger was like bent the wrong way or something. I remember this because I was rooting against Seattle. That was because all their picks were jet property thanks to the Jamal Adams trade. And that pick eventually turned into Garrett Wilson.
This was like 2022, I believe. 23.
Yep, around there.
That was like his last good season, 2021-22. That was like his last great year before he like started getting injured and his play started really going downhill.
And with the Giants, this Jalen Hyatt, they should cut him. I mean, he should be cut tomorrow. He stinks. He don't want to play football. I mean, some of the routes he was running, he looked like he didn't care anymore. And like, the Giants are a mess. And there are some people out there that are blaming this loss on Kafka. Come on, guys. It's not 100% on Kafka that they lost this game. He's an interim coach. The season's going nowhere. And you got morons out there like saying like, oh, it's Kafka's fault that they lost. No. They lost because this defense is very inconsistent. The offense is lackluster. Like I said, Jameis Winston's horrible. And their offense is basically Jackson Dart. And they lost all their guys due to injury. Heck, they even lost Evan Neal for the year. Oh, my God. And, like, let me say another thing, too, with this Packers team. I'm nervous about Josh Jacobs being out because I don't really think they have that great of a running back on their team. I think Emmanuel Wilson is their guy.
He's getting examined tomorrow, Monday, just to see more of how bad the damage is on his knee.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, and it would help if the Packers had Romeo Dubes may have the most receptions, but he made some bad drops in this game, like really bad. And Christian Watson played like Christian Watson, which was great. But besides that, they're sorely missing Tucker Kraft. And I don't know where the Giants go from here. Well, they're going to be losing, and this defensive coordinator for the Giants needs to go now. Like, with how bad this defense has been operating and run, there's no reason Deontay Banks should get snaps, because he's another one that has been terrible for years. And look, I get what Abdul Carter to me has been super disappointing. I really think he's been super disappointing. Does he do anything?
Yeah, I've not even heard, not even a highlight play or alert. Oh, the dude Carter did this amazing, nothing.
Does he have a sack in his rookie career? Does he have a sack?
I know it's only his rookie year, so I want to give him 2-3 more years. But yeah,
I agree. But he's been so disappointing for this year for the Giants.
I was expecting way more. I was expecting him to be in the defensive rookie of the year conversation.
Oh yeah, he's nowhere.
Probably coming into the season, many people probably thought he'd be the favorite to win.
Yeah, the only thing he's gonna win is basically just him probably representing the Giants, selecting their next draft pick, whoever it's going to be, and that draft pick better be a wide receiver. That pick better be a wide receiver, because their receiving core is absolutely terrible. Here's something interesting that's being tweeted by Adam Schefter. It is shaping up for the Steelers quarterback next week to be Mason Rudolph against the Bears next week. So sounds like Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, is going to be starting for them.
Well, guess what? Them Bears about to rip that reindeer nose off, because he ain't beating them. They're about to rip that reindeer nose off. Sorry, no Christmas spirit here, buddy.
What would you like for Christmas, little girl? I'm the Grinch. You know what I mean?
From a hot little boil pan and burn it up. That's what he's about to do. He's about to get mad by the Bears. The Bears,
oh my God,
we have questions about Caleb Williams. They've been playing some good football lately. You have to give them credit on that. They're 7-3.
No question.
Yeah, they've been doing better than I even predicted coming to the season, because I had them winning only 9 games or something like that. And when we did our predictions, they're doing better than I predicted. So, they're obviously going to win more than 9 games at this pace. So,
by the way, Arizona, you started the season 3-2 or something like that, and now you're 3-7. Come on, guys. Come on.
I know you love hating on Arizona.
I don't love hating on Arizona. I'm just being honest with them. Come on. I want you guys to win, because you're another franchise that hasn't been great since one dumb year of the Super Bowl. But you cannot do that. And I want Arizona to get better. By the way, Jacoby Brissett had the perfect Jameis Winston type of game. I gotta pull up his stats. He had 400 something passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks or something like that. So I gotta find it. No, he had 258 passing yards, but he had a Jameis Winston type of game here. 258 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Wow.
But yeah, I thought Arizona's defense was going to get better. No, their defense isn't better. And I can't with Arizona. They're another team that's done. I'm going through all the games here just so we can get a head start there. Arizona's done. Washington's done. Cleveland's been done. Trying to think here. The Bengals are done. Let me see here. The Vikings we'll see. The Falcons are done. Commanders are done. I don't remember if I mentioned them. Oh, how about Jacksonville, bro? 35-6 against the Chargers. If there's a team that needed a bye week this week, it's the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. They're trying to make that push for the top of the AFC West. I know right now the Broncos are atop, but Chargers, they're a few games back in the loss column. They could just go on a little run right now.
Yeah.
They could win their next 2-3 games, and hopefully Buffalo, Denver could drop a game. They could be sitting atop the AFC West division. It's a 2-team race right now in the AFC West.
Correct. I think the Chiefs are in deep. And I think the tiebreakers as well. Like the Chiefs don't have the tiebreakers to make it possible,
Yeah.
And yeah, this was not a good game for the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert was clearly playing with something. I mean, yeah, Trey Lance, who I forgot was still in the league. I thought Trey Lance was in the CFL playing the Grey Cup today, but he was still. You laugh. I thought Trey Lance was out of the league. To be honest with you,
CFL dress crazy.
The Grey Cup is currently going on as we speak, well, unless it's ended. I haven't checked. I know the Grey Cup is today. Yeah, I know my CFL history.
Hey, Shedeur was very blunt. He said, I don't think I played good on his NFL debut.
Oh, well, really? You don't think you played good?
Someone should be like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. You want to know what I found funny too? Here's something that Kevin Stefanski said after the game. I'm currently looking at social media. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Kevin Stefanski basically said and confirmed that Shedeur Sanders' first snaps with the starting offense, like his first snaps with the first team, was basically at that game. You just traded your quarterback. What do you mean this is the first time he's taken first team snaps?
Damn.
What?
You really don't like him.
Oh, no. And that's not 100% the reason why Shedeur stinks. Shedeur looked lost out there. And I don't think it's just him. I think his receiving core is bad. There's a reason why Stefanski's on the hot seat list.
So that way, that kind of puts in perspective because, okay, that's his first time getting first team snaps. So you telling me in practice you're not giving him the chance to get the reps, to work with. That's crazy.
You know what that tells me too. Remember the QB battle that they had in the offseason where everyone's like, it's a three-way race.
Like 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the roster. I'm like, who the hell is going to play?
I imagine if Tyler Snoop Huntley was taking more first team snaps than Shedeur. I don't even think they wanted him. Like that was an ownership level pick there. But yeah, it's you want to know something else that's crazy too? I pulled up another stat. The Chiefs in 1-score games in 2024. Guess what their record was?
0-5 this year.
Yeah, 0-5 this year. But guess what their record was in
I was like, damn, last year we couldn't lose 1-score games. This year we can't win shit.
Yeah, it's
I'm just like, yeah, we're not pulling off a miracle this year. We're not gonna make the Super Bowl this year. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
And you're wearing red, you're wearing Chiefs colors. I'm just like, it's not happening.
But I think something that we have, you will admit with something on here. Look, I think Deshaun's done in the NFL, but I think he has more of a chance to stick on the roster than Shedeur does next year. I just don't see
with
Shedeur
this QB staff they have right now on Cleveland,
and they're going to draft a quarterback too.
They might keep Deshaun.
Yeah,
how bad?
And they have to with how bad his contract is, and they're going to draft a quarterback too. They have to draft another quarterback because even when Dylan Gabriel was playing, he stinks too.
They're gonna have to waive somebody. I don't know who's gonna be because.
You want to know what my biggest question on who they're gonna waive out of that QB room is? You want to know what my biggest question is gonna be?
Who?
Did they waive back?
Did they waive what?
Did they waive back? Because they said they waived him. Did they waive back?
Oh, I'm dead. I was confused. I was like, wait, what?
Did they waive back? Because the Browns waived him. So did they waive back?
Oh, man. Now, before we get off, though, we got to talk that Seahawks-Rams game.
That's right.
I was like, this is like probably the two top teams, like record-wise, going at each other today, both coming in at 7-2. This is a battle to see who will take atop the NFC West, and the Rams came out top 21-19. Let's talk about that Rams defense. They held the Seahawks to 9 points in the first half. This is a Seahawks team that leads the NFL in first half scoring throughout the whole year. They held them to 9 points. This is the Seahawks team that averaged over 19 points per game in the first half coming into this game and have one of the top 5 offenses in the NFL. And they completely shut them down. The Seahawks only scored, one touchdown in this game? If I'm not mistaken.
If Sam Darnold played better.
4 picks? Yeah, he can't. But you got to get through that Rams defense is stifling. They were suffocating him on that pressure up front. And they were running
that was really bad.
And those defensive schemes they were running, they were like confusing him, throwing guys. So there was like 2 guys throwing receivers. One guy was like playing the spy position and would come over and get the interception. And he didn't see them coming. It was incredible defensive coverage and schemes by Sean McVay and that defensive coordinator. They did an incredible job. And I'm gonna be honest. What you say?
Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts in that game.
Yeah, he was seeing his future in the playoffs. They're about to get.
Oh my god!
And I saw a great stat on the broadcast. Want to know his record since last year? Every other team in the league, and then this Rams team now. He's 21-4 against everybody else. He's 0-3 against the Rams now. Since last season, he cannot beat. They are his kryptonite, and he's had good seasons this year and last year, where he's revitalized his career, and he cannot beat these Rams. They seem to have the playbook on him, like Jordan and the Pistons early in his career, or
we found out that Sean McVay is a known Ghostbuster, and he released the ghosts in protest for the Ghostbusters not signing him.
Maybe they should have put him in the movie. They should have done that. Sean McVay, is there something you're not telling us? Like, I didn't know Halloween wasn't over yet.
No, my God.
Yeah, but
by the way,
Matthew Stafford didn't even have a great game by his standards.
Yeah. I was going to mention that.
Yards. I know he had no turnovers, but that defense, man, I got to give them mad credit. They held them to 135 rushing yards, which is pretty solid, especially for this explosive offensive team like the Seahawks. That's pretty good. But one thing I want to see the Rams get better at is their third down efficiency. They're 18th in third down conversion percentage in the NFL. They were 2 for 11 for third down. If they're going to want a chance to win a Super Bowl, they got to get more efficient on third down. In critical plays, crucial possessions, when the game gets tight, when you're on third down and long, you got to be able to convert. You have the weapons to do it. I need to see you guys be able to be more efficient on third down. But both teams had 6 penalties today. But the defense, the Rams, like I said, the interceptions, that cost the Seahawks. Even though they almost did execute down the field and they got within field goal range, but Myers missed it wide, and that was it. I was like, oh, is he really going to make this? But I was like, nah, they didn't get close enough within range, and it was wide right. I was like, yeah, that's game. That was close, though. They could have came back and won that. That would have been a heartbreaker for the Rams, especially after 4 interceptions by Darnold. Man, imagine throwing 4 picks as a quarterback and your team still wins.
I know.
You better be buying everybody dinner. You better be buying everybody dinner that night.
Before we conclude, what do you think about this skippable Monday Night Football game between the Cowboys and the Rams? Does anyone care? Does anyone care?
I'm going to be honest. It's not. What am I watching for? Neither one of these teams are even in playoff position at this point.
Yeah, I'd much rather see John Cena's final WWE Raw match on Netflix than this football game. And we can't even see John Cena. We can't even see him.
At this point in the season, none of these teams are even playing for a playoff spot. Not even close. No.
By the way, terrible.
Who's going to get a better draft pick?
Yeah, absolutely terrible what happened to that Cowboys player. What's his name? Nealand. Absolutely terrible what happened to him.
Something that was a Cowboys player? I thought it was a Jets player.
Yeah, that was the Cowboys. No, the Jets players just happened, but the week before, I think his name was Nealand. If I want to pull the name up because I don't want us to get in so much heat here. Yeah. But this guy.
The guy that
committed suicide. Yeah.
That was very sad.
I gotta find his name too. What's his name? I apologize, guys. I'm gonna sound awful for bringing this topic up and not remembering his name. It is, Marshawn Nealand. Sorry, guys. Want to fact check here. I don't want to get the name wrong.
Yeah. And what's crazy is he's around our age. He's 24. Man, that's just sad.
I know. I know, and look, another crazy thing too.
A very important topic, but especially
he also recovered the punt. Like when the punt was blocked, he was the one that recovered it for the touchdown.
Yeah, man,
it's just devastating what happened. Man. Yeah, it really is.
Sad. Those stories, I get emotional when I read those or hear those stories and see it, or even get an alert like that. It's just like, man, like those people are around our age. Like that's crazy.
I know. It's heartbreaking what happened, and for that locker room to lose one of their brothers, man, like, oh my God, yeah. It's devastating. And I really hope Chris Boyd's okay, the special teamer from the Jets who got
shot in Manhattan.
Who got shot.
It was earlier today. I was
at
like
2 a.m. At like 2 a.m. or something. It was I hope he's okay, man.
Man, this world is a crazy world, man.
Yeah. But at least we have each other in this show. Am I right, DJ? At least we have each other in this show.
A great positive way to do it, man. But damn, wow, this was some great talk, man. I mean,
of course.
We didn't even, honestly, I thought I did better than I thought I would because I was coming in a little tired. You know, I'm a little tired coming. I covered the Westchester Knicks on Friday night. My opening game recap and covering the team for my second year's credential writer for them. So, yeah, I was there at Westchester County Center covering their first home games, home opener. And then yesterday, covering the sectional title game, driving all the way to FDR High School in Hyde Park, New York.
Oh, my goodness.
Monroe. Yeah, it was a drive. So, the last 2 days I've had to drive at least an hour because now where I live in Monroe is a little farther than where I used to live in Haverstraw, get to Westchester. So, it's like, kind of tired. I was like, man, I'm tired.
My God.
Podcast. Yeah.
Dude, you want to hear something that just happened with the Lions game? We're going to watch the Lions-Eagles after we're done here. Jameson Williams just scored a touchdown, and he did the Antonio Brown, jump onto the thing, and he hugged it and, like, fell to the... I got to find I don't know how to best describe it. He basically did the Antonio Brown celebration. Why you would mock a celebration with a known train wreck who's probably going to go to jail for the rest of his life with this attempted murder thing. But, you know the crazy part? Because the Lions got penalized, they had to move the extra point. You think they made it? You think they made it?
Nah.
Nope. They missed the extra point. I guess that gamble wasn't to, his satisfaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. God said I ain't rewarding that. God said I ain't rewarding that.
But hey, listen, DJ, like I said for these players, if you want to gamble or not gamble or do stuff like that, the Pete Rose Betting Association will always be there for you. I mean, hell, the Lakers probably are going to get sponsorship money now that, like, Congress is going after them too, and probably going to want their records, including the FBI.
Later this week, I'm off Friday. I think I'm going to do an NBA only episode because I got to start talking some NBA. I haven't talked NBA in a while.
There's a lot I got to say about my Charlotte Hornets, bro.
Since we're like a month, we're about to be a month into the season this Friday, so I'm going to do my little takeaways on the season, early part of the season, because I'm like, all right, I've been talking football. I got to get to some NBA to start my thoughts off some stuff.
Dude, my Hornets are a disgrace. They are a legitimate disgrace.
Yeah.
I want to win basketball games. And you lose to a Bucs team that didn't have Giannis on the court? Like, come on.
My little can't stay on the court, man. I think he's like Zion and Ja. He's cooked.
Well, the difference is LaMelo, he gets hurt all the time. He's basically both of them combined because he has the off the court issues and he has the on court issues. I mean, I've lost track how many times LaMelo's been driven around like a GTA 5 character out on the road, and with all the health issues. By the way, where do you think? Since we're on topic of the NBA, and we'll conclude here, where do you think Ja's getting traded? Because there's no chance he's a Grizzly at the end of the year.
Miami, Sacramento, Clippers will be good too.
Well, the Clippers are in deep trouble too.
I doubt it.
Depending on how the owner stuff goes, they may have to look for a new owner.
Chicago would be a good fit too, but Josh Giddey's fitting well right there right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Miami. My friend Joseph's a big Miami fan, so we could definitely. Nah, when I do the NBA only episode, I'll get more into it, like potential trades they could do, because I might play on the trade machine. But yeah,
Is he still salty about Terry Rozier costing his team about Terry Rozier since he's a Heat man? Is he still salty about that?
I don't think so. my friend. Yeah, he's like, get Terry off the team. My friend Joseph.
Oh my God,
he wants Terry off the team.
That dude is good.
He's gonna get salary cap space because he's taking up money on the cap.
That dude is never gonna play another game of basketball ever again.
Yeah, his career is done. It's crazy what people do.
Here's what I don't understand, and I think you'll agree with me on this. He was cleared by the NBA, and the FBI arrested him. That goes to show that investigation was not as thorough as thought, or that they don't care. And Adam Silver, like, I don't think Adam Silver's that great of a commissioner. You've met him, but I'm being honest here. I don't even think he's that great of a commissioner with how he's like handling this. This is a real black eye on Adam Silver's tenure as the commissioner of this league.
We'll see how he handles it once everything comes out. I don't know when this will be over. Probably not for a long time. But
nope. And
what the repercussions are and the punishments.
Yeah, and Chauncey Billups, who was serving as the counselor of the Portland Trailblazers, he's not a head coach. Coaching doesn't matter in this league. He's basically counseling the locker room at that time. He's done too.
Yeah, it sucks too because his reputation. He's known as a clutch guy, but
he's clutch all right. He's clutch all right in those bets.
I'm not going to let that ruin his reputation as a player because he's a Hall of Famer, one of the greats. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
I wonder.
But it's different because Terry Rozier, it was different because he was doing it based on betting on games,
and he did it as a Hornet too. He did it as a Hornet too.
That's not good. I think that's honestly worse than what's going on with poker stuff.
No wonder why Michael Jordan traded for Terry Rozier. No, he didn't trade. He overpaid for Terry Rozier. No wonder why he overpaid for Terry Rozier.
Because, we have something in common, Terry.
You have something in common.
The gamble.
Do you believe in the conspiracy theory that Michael Jordan didn't, retire? He just left for a few years just to hide a gambling suspension?
I don't know. We'll never really know, but I feel like he was truly mentally exhausted. That dude was the most famous athlete on the planet. He was.
He was
mobbed everywhere.
And he did have a love for baseball too.
Yeah. Because that was it. Honestly, he probably would have went to MLB, he said, if not for basketball.
Yeah. By the way, Michael Jordan, terrible baseball player.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He would have been great if he actually focused on it, for his career instead of basketball. I feel like he could have been great because how maniacal competitor he was. But yeah,
maybe. But we're never gonna know.
Yeah,
we're never gonna know.
Hey, he is arguably the greatest athlete of all time. So if I'm him, that's good enough for me.
He is not the greatest NBA player of all time. Not by a country. Well, he's up there, but he's not the greatest NBA player of all time. Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Okay.
Not LeBron. LeBron. Larry Bird. Because Larry Bird.
It's always on
Larry Bird. It's subjective, but Larry Bird really changed the game and the way that you play, and he's one of the reasons. He's also one of the reasons why the NBA resurrected themselves because they were bankrupt at the time. That
him and Magic.
Larry Bird.
I used to read
him and Magic saved the league. But Larry Bird's the way Larry Bird played the game changed everything.
Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a great episode. Yeah, we could talk more hoops, do more all-time great stuff another time. But I know,
another time, another podcast unless they get banned.
Well, the next episode I don't know when I'll do it, but probably do it Friday. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna talk hoops. I might do a quick 30 minutes episode solo or something.
You better have a Hornets reference in there. I'm watching you. You better have a Hornets reference on there.
5 takeaways of the first month of the NBA season or something like that, just to get my thoughts out.
Takeaway 1, Hornets are a disgrace. Takeaway 2, Hornets are a mess. Takeaway 3, is Charles Lee the most likely counselor to get fired in the NBA?
Oh, man. Not him. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another great episode of D-Day Sports Show. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Nick, tell people where they can find you.
Well, you could find me on Total Apex Sports. That's where I write for the time being. Might expand later. But I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. Maybe more depending on how other things go. But just find my name. Google me. Nicholas Mullick. You'll find me.
Yeah. All right.
And you get to see a photo of me without the beard.
I'm dead. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't lying about the LinkedIn. He ain't lying, y'all. I see it. I'm like, damn, was that Nick or is that someone impersonating him? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show. Make sure you guys follow Nick on socials. Follow me too. Follow my TikTok, DJ Sports Show. Follow me on subscribe on YouTube. Leave a like, subscribe. Follow the podcast. Leave a rating. Share anybody you know who loves sports. And also follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter, DJ Hamilton 23 as well. But yeah, I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a great week, everybody. Peace.
Bye-bye.